Rian Johnson, you've done it again. What makes a franchise stay exciting? Wake Up Dead Man is the perfect example. New themes, new tone, and performances that elevate everything. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Trey. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, the latest in the Knives Out franchise from director Rian Johnson, starring this time Josh O'Connor, Josh Brolin, Daniel Craig, of course, Glenn Close, Kerry Washington, an absolutely star-studded cast. Thomas Hayden Church is in there, forgetting probably a litany of names. But again, this film shows why this franchise is just so much fun. It's just another fantastic entry from Rian Johnson in this franchise. He once again reinvents the formula. He shifts the tone and style to keep the mystery fresh and surprising. I really just enjoy how each installment of this franchise feels really different. It feels distinct and different from each other. You had the original film that really set the tone. You had Glass Onion, and now you have this Wake Up Dead Man, which does a really creative way of weaving in religious themes to the story and allowing the characters to kind of develop across those themes. It was just really interesting. I was really drawn into this movie, and I think that even with the longer runtime, it's only 2.5 hours. Like, the mystery and intrigue really keeps you invested on where this story is going. It really does just show his creativity and how he structures the mystery and the shifting tone. Right, it feels just bolder with the way he weaves in those religious themes, not in a heavy-handed way, really, but as a part of the story structure, symbolism, and character motivations. Again, those thematic swings really just provide so much depth to these characters. I think it's just really interesting as it goes along and you kind of learn more about, Josh Brolin's character as this priest of this parish and kind of what his motivations are and how the other, parishioners and the cast, how they interact with him and how Josh Brolin's character influences them in their trajectory along the way, and then how Josh O'Connor's character as kind of the differing priest, kind of they butt heads and how that creates the conflict. It's just, I think it was just really well done. This movie also is really funny, in my opinion. I think it's the funniest of the three. There's a lot of really good moments in this movie that are just outright hilarious, and again, that's just kudos to the cast and their ability to just do humor well and have a lot of it land in such an effective way. The performances are really strong. Obviously, Daniel Craig is just fantastic. He's charming and witty as ever in this movie. I think just really strong, really good. You can tell he has so much fun with this role, and I'm excited to see if they continue to do more films, what he's able to do to freshen things up, because again, I feel like every portrayal of this character thus far just feels really fresh. It's not redundant. It doesn't feel done over and over again, like it's getting boring or stale. He's just really good in reinventing this character in just different ways to keep you interested in the story. Josh O'Connor also gives a really strong, grounded performance that does stand out among this ensemble. He is the lead of this movie, and he does a really strong job of, again, bringing you into the nuances of his character, really getting you to root for him in a lot of different ways. And so he was just really good, very worthy of the leading role that he played. Another standout for me is Glenn Close. She was fantastic. She is one of the best actresses of our time, and she really flexes those muscles in a strong way in this movie. Then, of course, Josh Brolin. He's so fun. I've really enjoyed a lot of his performances this year. Specifically, he was fantastic in Weapons earlier this year. He was really great in The Running Man, and he's also really good in this movie too. He really eats up the role as this kind of, disillusioned priest, and what you find out his motivations to truly be. When you get a kind of turn events that happens, he's just really fun to watch, and so he was really good. Thomas Hayden Church, also a quietly strong performance too. I think that's what really makes these movies really fun, is the cast and just how they play off with each other. Same thing with Glass Onion and the first ones. Like, they just really gel, and it's just so fun to see these different actors and actresses kind of bring these new things to the table again, just to really freshen up, the story and where things are going. Now, where does this movie rank in the three of the films so far? I think the first film is still my favorite of the franchise. It was just really set the tone and really drew you in as like, kind of this murder mystery, and it was really exciting. And these other two have also been fun watches, but I think this one is number two for me. I think it definitely is above Glass Onion, which again I really enjoyed. But there's just something about the different swings and creativity that Ryan takes here that just really resonated with me. I just really appreciated what he was able to do with it. It felt, again, it just feels really different than the first two films, and I think in a really good way. It almost seemed like there was more of a kind of thrilling aspect of it, more of a actual mystery, and as that went deeper than just the who done it sort of thing that we've seen in the last two films. Because again, there was some really good development, especially with Josh O'Connor's character, as you kind of get introduced to him as kind of this rugged priest at the beginning of this film, and you see him find purpose as we go on through it. And like I said, it's just something different, I think, that we saw in the first two films that I just really appreciated. And so it lands number two for me out of the three. But again, each one just very strong, and just I just love how this franchise gives Ryan the creativity to do different things with it, and I'm really excited to see what he does next, because I really hope there are more films like this, because I just really enjoy this genre of storytelling. So overall, Wake Up Dead Man, in my opinion, is a clever, refreshing new mystery with a standout ensemble. Rian Johnson's inventive direction and willingness to explore new tones keeps the franchise engaging. Strong performances across the board even just elevate this experience. I got to see it in theaters. I know it's on Netflix starting tomorrow, but there was a showing tonight. I was like, you know what? I really want to get this experience this in the theater, and I'm really glad I did, because the moments that are really funny just are elevated when the whole crowd is laughing, and then when the twists happen too and there's some audible gasps going, it just is a really fun experience. And so I think if you enjoyed the first two films, I think you will really enjoy this one as well. Ryan, in my opinion, Rian Johnson is 3 for 3, and so, and I hope he gets the opportunity to keep making these films, because you can tell he's just really hitting a stride with what he wants to do with this franchise. And as long as Daniel Craig continues to sign up, I'm on board too. I really hope we get to see more of this in the future. But if you saw Wake Up Dead Man this weekend, either on Netflix or maybe you saw it in theaters previously, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you feel about the movie? Where does it rank in the Knives Out franchise for you? Is it 1, 2, or 3? Let me know your thoughts below. But if you like this video, leave a like. Hype this video if you're able to. Subscribe to see the future stuff. And thanks for tuning in.